Hi there, welcome to my channel. I'm Mike, and today I've got a very special Transformers review for you. I have Zhan Jiang M01 Mechinic Master. It's actually spelled Mechinic, M-E-C-H-I-N-I-C. This is essentially an upscaled knockoff of a smaller Legend-sized Megatron that Generation Toy made to go with their Devastator figure. The previous release from this company is the oversized knockoff of their Grimlock figure that came with Warbatron's Computron. And I think Warbatron is the same company as Generation Toy, so this company has like a hard-on for taking toys made by that company and making them bigger. I think Generation Toy just announced they're doing Optimus Prime. I can't wait to get that one oversized and knocked off. So in the box you get instructions, which are actually pretty well done. The figure is not hard to transform and the instructions are easy to follow. We of course get the figure itself, which is great. I believe it actually doesn't come with that on it. It comes like this in the package. It's fine. There are a couple little parts down here that are a little on the loose side, but that's okay because it comes with its very own Korean nail polish. So you can get them up in the crotch there and tighten it up a little bit if you want to. I've never had a figure come with nail polish before. I actually went to the store and bought some because nail polish is actually a really good way to tighten up loose joints. If you didn't know that, it's not weird. It's only weird if you make it weird. He of course comes with his scope slash fusion cannon thing that Megatron should have on his arm, and he comes with the barrel, which is actually a removable piece, which kind of sucks. It's a little parts formery. And the way it transforms, it's on the wrong side of his back. So he's not perfect, but I love Megatron. I'm a sucker for a good Megatron figure. And this was an instant buy for me as soon as I saw that they had it. I got it from TF Direct. It took about 2 weeks to get to me. And it cost about 40 bucks, which is, I feel like a decent price for this. Now, initially though, it came with this silencer on top of here, and I took this off and applied this, and I was gonna change it back to show you how it came, but I can't get this off for the life of me. I just can't. It will not. I've tried to pry it. It's not gonna come off, and I don't want to force it. And I like it better on here than the silencer anyway. So that's that. That's just how it's gonna work. He also comes with this, which actually took me a little bit to figure out what it is. It's just a little blue or purple piece. I'm colorblind. You should know this by now if you watch my channel. But it's actually the back of the head. He has a red piece in there now. You can unscrew it and put this in and get some light piping to come through his eyes if you want to. Actually might do that. He comes with his standard mace weapon that he used in the one episode, so every Megatron is supposed to come with it. Did he ever use it more than in that one episode where they fought on the dam? I don't think so. I don't remember. And then he used it to fly away, like that's how that works. And then he comes with this knockoff. I believe this is a Doctor Wu sword. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's the Star Saber that they used in Prime. I don't know if that's supposed to come off, but he comes with it, and I don't mind because it looks pretty awesome. He does have a problem holding it in his hand because the parts that come down, it doesn't allow you to hold it like a sword. You have to hold it like flat, which is kind of dumb, unless you want to pull it up really far, in which case like that also kind of looks dumb because it's so far above that. Also, as you can tell, his arm is not the tightest arm in the world, so he's not a perfect figure by any stretch of the means. He is a lot more solid feeling than his Grimlock counterpart. They're both made from upscaled model kits that you kind of put together from sprues. The Grimlock, I sort of gave a pass for feeling a little hollow because of that, because it essentially is a model kit they built. This one though has a lot more solid feel to it, which is nice. I like that. And that's it. That's all the accessories. Let's take a look at articulation real quick. Megatron's articulation is as follows. Head is on a ball joint. Head moves side to side and back and forth. Arm moves out this much and not really around. Elbow moves that much and has a swivel at the upper bicep. Nothing at the wrist. Backpack does all kinds of crazy stuff and is super annoying. No rotation at the waist. Some rotation below the waist. Leg moves forward that much. Leg moves back this much. Leg moves out to the side that much. Upper thigh swivel. Knee bends that much. And a little bit of ankle movement and a tiny bit of ankle rocker. With this sadly being about as far apart as his feet can go, with both of his feet touching the ground. So yeah, pretty decent articulation on this figure. I really enjoy it. You can put him in a lot of really cool poses. There are a couple places where you can tell that it is just an upscaled Legends figure. Like the hands don't have a lot of detail on it. They look like they should if it was like this big, but being this big, the hands don't look any more articulated or detailed. So that's kind of a bummer. Same thing with the head. The head just, it lacks that level of detail you usually get with figures of this size. They didn't really kind of tweak any of that, but I'm fine with that. Just knowing where it came from and its origins, I maybe give it a few passes more than I would give like a normal figure of this size because of that. I also am sort of a sucker for a Megatron figure, especially when it turns into a gun. There's just not enough of those. I'm kind of giving it a little bit of a pass because of that as well. It's just not often you get a really decent Megatron figure that turns into a gun. That being said, let's go ahead and turn this guy into a gun. If I remember how. Remove this, remove this. I know, parts forming, it sucks. Hand goes in, arm collapses, move this out of the way, head comes back, moves in, closes up. Whole body accordions out awkwardly and scarily. This arm unpegs, this unpegs and moves this way. This swings around, this moves back up. This part is tricky. It moves down and around to line up. And it took me a while to get that far. So don't be sad if you can't figure it out. Everything clamps together. And that moves forward. Feet fold up and move in. Turn at the thigh, open up. Combiner wars in and close. Close legs together. Leg goes into trigger part. This part goes back and closes up. This part comes up and pegs in. Same thing with this side, but it's a little tighter. And there we go. Next we add back on the gun barrel and the top. And here we have it. This is Mechanic Master in his gun mode, or Megatron, let's just call him. Megatron's in his gun mode. As you can see, the transformation is actually pretty ingenious. There's one tricky part with the way this top part flips around and lines up with this, and you kind of have to get the way it swivels. It's real tricky the first time, but once you kind of understand how it's supposed to go, it's really not that bad. The other part that I really want everyone to look out for if you are going to get this is the legs down here. They are very tight. I had to get a screwdriver that was small enough to get in between the pieces and pry it apart the first time. After that, I took a hobby knife and just shaved down the pegs a little bit, and now it stays together just fine and it pegs apart just fine as well. But that first time was real scary. I thought that it was just going to be a gun forever because of that. So definitely just kind of watch out for that. He does have a moving safety switch right here. The top, of course, is removable, which is nice. And then this is the silencer. You can replace the tip right here with this silencer if you want that look for it. I don't really care particularly about that, so it's just going to stand over here. It is a little small for my hand, but it's sort of a large Voyager, small leader. It's like in between there. It doesn't really fit in too well with the standard figure size. It's like a little big. The trigger does work, although it doesn't really have like a spring or anything, but it looks good. It looks like a Megatron should in gun mode. I did put a repro label on the side here. It is one of the raised ones, which I'm not too fond of. Repro label did like animation messy looking ones, like they did with the animation errors, where it's like sloppy looking, and I might actually get one of those and pop it on here, because I think that would fit well with the design here. But yeah, he looks good. I can't really recommend him enough. If you're looking for a solid Voyager class Megatron, this is definitely worth the $40 that I spent on it. Shipping was free. It did take a little while, about 2 weeks to get through customs, and I'm surprised they didn't have any trouble because it is a gun, but it doesn't get shipped in gun mode, so maybe that was it. They also didn't have one of these weird orange safety caps on it, like the Make Toys Despotron and the Polyon from X-Transbots did. So that was interesting. I wonder how they didn't have to worry about that, but the other companies did. So let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you have it or if you want to get it, or if you have any questions, go ahead, feel free to ask. Go ahead and give this video a like, subscribe if you want to see more like this from me, and I'll see you later. Bye.